Well, 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 it certainly has been a little bit, hasn't it? You can blame my complete lack of ideas for that. And also all the other shit going on, PVGP, there was family that came over from Arizona. I explained all this in a post. What I didn't explain though is two more supers. In actually with that one, I found two of them in 2 days. Like one right after the other. Except now I think I have no idea where my second one is. I may have just accidentally lost it. It is somewhere in my closet, which I did clean out. But you never saw my closet anyway, so I was point in showing that. Oh, and that speed tail, I guess that was a little goodbye gift for the summer. Because I caught a beautiful fresh restock. They were literally like just taking the box and putting it on the pegs at Dollar General. Which is actually the same Dollar General where I got, where is it? That super right there. I think I'm pointing to the right one. I am, yes. But we do have a new car in GTA, and there's some pros and cons with it. Main pro, for the next 3 weeks, it is free. Not 3 weeks, for the next 2 weeks, it is free. If it was 3, that would be a free 3 weeks, but no, it's just a free 2 weeks. But the downside is, I was really hoping this would be like the Drift Yosemite, where you had the Drift Yosemite and you could put drift tuning on it, but unfortunately, it does have drift tuning built in. So you also can't customize or like do turbo, engine, brakes, so those upgrades are there. It is just the armor. That's all I can do to it. So that does save us a little bit. But one thing I did notice when customizing cars is engine modifications does make the engine louder. So with this, you're just gonna have to bear with the stock volume. I know I can barely hear it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't sound good. Seriously. But we need to customize this thing because I don't actually know what the difference between, this and the Walton L35 stock is in terms of modifications, because I know the Walton L35 and L35 stock have literally like the same customization, but I have a feeling it'll be different for the Drift Yosemite, so let us just check this out. So for the front bumpers, it is different. We do have different customization. This is more of like a street truck instead of an off-road truck. But we have the stock front bumper, an extended splitter, a skirted splitter, which makes the splitter body colored, and adds a little splitter. Then you get that in secondary and carbon. Then a large splitter with the same options. I think we're gonna go with that large splitter. Now for the rear bumpers, we have diffuser, street, and race diffusers. I think the street diffuser works a lot better because it's boxier, which matches the truck. Then for the exhaust, we have small titanium large bore, titanium large bore, angle blast pipes, and slash blast pipes. You know what? Let's go a little bit crazy on this thing. Let's go with the slashed blast pipes, I think. Then for the fenders, we have... Wait, does it add something down at the... Oh, it removes the trim. That's what's different. So you have primary stock arches, secondary stock arches, and carbon arches. Bolt-on arches, which is just... I guess... No, those aren't box flares. But it does make the fenders big. And it appears we have that in carbon and secondary. Then we have molded arches. Ooh, I don't really like that. Oh, it changes out the entire back end too. Removes the plate. Huh. We have that in carbon and secondary. And a full drift kit. I actually really like that. Only thing is, I wish it brought the wheels out more. But then we have that in those finishes as well. I think we'll go secondary. Actually, yeah, secondary on that. Just real quick, I do want to change the front bumper to the secondary. Actually, so I think with the drift kit, you're not supposed to have any of the splitters. So we'll actually remove the splitter. For the rear bumper, having the diffuser is fine. But now we have the grill. You have insets stock in matte black with the inserts. They have headlight tape and a primary grille with all these same upgrades. Secondary with all those same upgrades. Chrome with all the upgrades. So I think we'll go with maybe primary actually with the secondary tape. Yeah. And then do we have with that inserts? No, it's just tape, no inserts. So do primary with secondary tape, like that. And for the hood, a clean hood, carbon clean hood. I think I might actually go with the carbon hood on this. A vented clean hood, I do love the look of that. That in carbon, cowl induction in carbon, ram air, exposed turbos. If you wanted to kind of turn this into like a mini Huna truck, that in carbon as well. Cowl with turbos in carbon, and it can just delete the hood. They have a bug catcher, low butterfly blower, and it does work. A wide bug catcher, high butterfly blower, bug catcher with exposed filter, straight up pipes, large straight up pipes, and pipes with hood delete. I think we're gonna go with the carbon cowl induction hood like that. Then let's see what liveries we have for this. So we have Mindmot. I think a battle, not a battle, like a drift missile build would go really hard on this, like that. Amigas, Arrow, Indiana Champ, Day Cruiser. Ooh, I kind of like that, but we'll have to. I hope we could do something on the tailgate. Think of delivery, battle damage. Ooh, Manor Drifter, Yokohama Showstopper, and that's it. I feel like this also is really like the trying to think, the GMC Cyclone. Yeah, the Cyclone, because the Typhoon is the SUV, I think. Let's go with the... Actually, I don't know what I want to go with. I don't think I want to go with anything, actually. Now for the plate, we don't have a plate. We'll come back to the respray. But now for the roll cage. Does it do anything to the bed? It does not. But I do want to change out those seats. We have a half cage, a padded full cage, which does add some padding to the seats, a rally cage, and then a padded rally cage with good seats. So we'll throw in the good seats. For the roof, a rally scoop with an aerial, a secondary rally scoop with an aerial, and a carbon rally scoop with an aerial. We'll go with a... Actually, I think we'll throw on the aerial. I think we will throw on the aerial. And then for the spoiler, I don't know if we'll be able to change the tail. So we have a boot lip spoiler, which does debadge it. A medium boot lip spoiler and a large boot lip spoiler. A street wing. I never really like big wings on this, but I guess since it's a drift truck, it kind of works. Not really well, though. A tuner wing and a race wing. A competition wing, which is like a drag wing. Drift meet wing and drift meet wing alt. And holy hell. I mean, if we're going to go with anything, I kind of like one of these wings. I think, not the race wing. If the race wing is smaller, I would have went for it. But maybe nothing. We'll have to see. If we could do anything to the tailgate? I don't think we can, unless it's under truck bed. So let's take a quick look at the sun strips in primary and plastic. And I think it's all the regular tuner ones. I think we'll go with a plastic sun strip, though. For suspension, this isn't lowered. Now it... Holy crap, that's low. Now it is. And they have an outer cage brace and a rally setup. We will do the... Oh, kind of... It makes the cage smaller in the rally setup. But I do like the little fuel cell back there, so we will do that. So I guess now for the spoiler of all the ones we looked at, I think I like this style the best, the drift meet wing. And now for the wheels, I think this is on FR36 wheels, stock actually, because I have an... Where's my FR36? It's all over there, you can't see the wheels. But I think these are the exact same wheels on the FR36, which I guess would be really cool if it was like a wheel swap, like this thing. As I said, I've said FR36 wheels so much. But for the wheels, I kind of like the big wheels like this, but Actually, I never really thought about the wheels on something like this. Maybe, no, those don't look good, because, like, I don't know what would look good on a drift truck. You never really hear about drift trucks. Unless I really want to go for something like this, like, really make it look like the Huna truck, but not really feeling that. Maybe these, I think. I think I will go with these in white. We'll go with white. I don't think I'm going to do any tire lettering, but what I do want to do is a respray. So I think this thing would actually look really good in like gray, like maybe like a dark gray. And then for the secondary, I was just thinking black, but what if we did matte black? I mean, you can't really see much of detail then. Maybe matte gray, I think, works better. Maybe matte light gray, because it looks like plastic, because I don't really want to go with carbon. But I will go with plastic, that, and then for the primary color, if we went... I don't know if I want to do black, though. I think red. Well, red? I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? Actually, wait, no, because I have an idea. Hang on. We go with white on... I really shouldn't have paid for secondary then. We'll go with white on white, and then the livery, this one. But then we'll kind of change up our build a little bit. So we could do our hood, like this one, I think. Maybe make it look a lot more showy. And that, I think that's it. That's it. I do just want to do, primary drift kit? I don't... Just in case, but I guess it's all fine. I guess it's all good. I might want to change the grill real quick, though. What I was gonna say was I could change out some things on it so it looks better. So I switched the drift kit to the primary one so I could get pink secondary headlight tape and the trim color. So the secondary color was literally just the headlight tape and any other modifications you put on it, which I guess is kind of nice. But I guess let's go see how this thing drifts now, because I think this is going to be one of the worst drift tuning vehicles, simply because there is actually a difference. If you do upgrade a car, then you do the drift tuning. It is faster, the upgrades do carry over, but with this, because it has drift tuning stock, you can't do any of that. So this is probably going to be one of the worst drift cars. Also because from my little bit of testing and driving and stuff, it is extremely grippy for a drift tuning car. Like, it does not behave like the others. Like, you can drift it very well, but it's kind of unpredictable too. Like, it does like to shake a lot whenever shifting. Kind of like, don't really know how to describe it, but like if you are drifting, sometimes it does like snap a little bit in the other direction. Like, it's very weird, the handling on this, but I guess that's because you have a truck bed instead, and there's almost like no weight back there. So I wonder if they did actually do realistic weight distribution. So I don't know if that'd make it easier or harder to drift, having no weight over the rear wheels. I guess it would help, but that also means if you do want to switch your inertia, it's a little harder. Yeah. But it is definitely going to be a little harder to drift with this. If you're used to other drift tuning on other cars like the FR36 and the Chester RR and stuff, this is definitely going to be a curveball, because from my drifting and stuff, it does not handle like the other drift tuning cars. I would still say the FR36 is my favorite from the drift tuning cars, just because it drifts so nice and so well. Speaking of which, there is new drift tuning on some cars, so keep an eye out for that, actually. Those could be good for the roster. The Dominator FX, Gauntlet Hellfire, the Hardy, and the Chavos V6, and maybe the others, because I think we're supposed to get some others, but I don't know. That might be it. And the, of course, the Walton L35 Drift. One thing I do wish, though, is that the drift tuning was optional, because this thing, with its customization, would be such a cool little race truck instead of strictly a drift truck. So, I do really, really wish that we could just have this thing drive normally instead of the drift tuning. But don't get me wrong, it is, I will say, it reminds me a lot of the Arbiter GT, where the handling is so unpredictable and difficult, but that's kind of the fun in it, trying to control it. So if you're up for the challenge, get it. I mean, it's literally free, like, for the next 2 weeks, so it's definitely worth it for, like, $3.99. But stock, it is, normally it is 1.4 million, but I would say get something different instead. If you're looking just for a drift car, then this, it's not the best. It ain't it.